can it be? Their daughter, can it be you? Well, who else? My dear girl, look at you. You survived.
Jared! I knew I would find you here. There was no prison in all the realm I would not enter to find you. Come, we must go quickly. The situation in Home Forest is dire, Jared, and these Immaculates are nothing like those in the stories. They are wicked. We must leave before they find us here.
Oh, Bear Daughter, I should have. Well, you see, I can't just run off. I'm home, and I've work to do here. Hello to you, too. I almost hadn't noticed you there. And who is this, Bear Daughter? A friend of yours?
The Source Hunter has helped me come far, Jared. I have seen so many things. But there is time enough to discuss all once we return home. We must go, Jared, before the followers of Attenborough find us.
As I said, Bear Daughter, I am not leaving. Home Forest is gone. You know that, don't you? By now, rot will have infected every living thing within 5 miles of the cabin. It's a wonder you yourself didn't succumb. You needn't entertain these foolish thoughts of returning there, least of all with me. I am among my kind now, the Immaculates. What exactly did you think I was studying all these years, girl? More stories to read to my illiterate servant by night? Well, to be fair, it was hardly intentional. I was experimenting with Tenebrium, trying to distill its powers into a potion when I produced an aerosol that spread like an infection. I myself had already taken the proper prophylactic measures, but it's no surprise that the creatures of the forest weren't so lucky. And you, dear Bear Daughter, how curious that you were unaffected. Yes, curious indeed. I've never heard of a natural immunity to rot. What a useful quality.
Jared, no. No. I don't understand. That cannot be. Jared, please tell me this is not true. We are a pair. We found each other. All that is human in me has come from you.
Dear girl, these Source Hunters understand little of what they speak. The Immaculate Way is complex as life itself. Some must suffer so that others may live. So that the best may live. But you grew to serve me well. And in turn I furthered the Immaculate cause in both our names. I could not have done it without you, Bear Daughter. You were essential. And now it can be as it was before. Together, Bear Daughter, together again, we will serve the cause of the goddess and her righteous plans. You in service to me, and I in service of the One Way. As before. Don't you remember how happy we were?
Jared has been more than a mentor to me, Source Hunter. He has shown me the poetry of life itself. Yes, I have served him, and in return he has served me the names of the colors and the creatures I call my family. Without him I would have no past. I would have no name. From you, I have understood something new. More important than blind obedience is the ability to stand for and by myself. I stand before Jared now, and I do not see my old friend any longer.
Come, dear girl. You don't mean...
No, Jared. I cannot follow you down this path. Not after what you've done, not after what you've become.
You selfish girl. I ought to have left you stupid and wild as I found you. I see education has done nothing to improve you. You're of no use to anyone anymore.
I am of use to myself. And I myself will hunt down every last one of these immaculate savages, starting with you. This is the end, Jared. I thank you, even as I say goodbye. Heard any good tales, my friend? Jared, he lost his way. Or perhaps he never found it. He was dear to me, Source Hunter. But fondness cannot taint what is right. I will remember Jared as I loved him best, by the fire, singing the songs of our people. We were together then, in a way these recent mistakes cannot taint. Ask freely, my friend.
I think I'll stay off that particular device. It never rains but it pours, eh?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would get a few blows in, but I think the shambling oak could shake 'em off soon enough.
A few blows? They get those scraps.
Make it quick now. Just because I am gracious enough to... Yes! I think I've spent rather enough time explaining the Immaculate Way to you. If you aren't yet convinced, you've got the mark of a lost one upon you.
Goddess's way, young initiates, is not always easy. At times it may seem the goddess asks too much. At times it will seem that the sacrifices she demands are unfair, inhumane.
Lucky find!
We'll have none of that, you hear?
A strange place to keep attached to the schoolhouse.
That's the least of the troubling oddities about this place.
Let's not do those.
Free me!
Pleasure, my liege. Pleasure. How can we help you? Oh, we're nobody. Nobody and nobodies, my liege. Oh, no, no, no. You'll not hear a peep of trouble out of us. In fact, perhaps we might be rather useful. Tighten your screws, can we? Fix a broken cell door? What a very strange question. I hadn't considered it myself. No, no. It's, well, how does one explain it properly? It's in our very nature to thrive behind bars. Yes, indeed. Slaves we are and servants, cannon fodder. vivisection subjects, living footstools, yes. Yes, we imps live to serve, then we die.
What do you think of it?
I suppose... I do suppose that if the door were board open like that, I suppose we might... Well, I suppose we might have a look around.
Won't survive this damn much longer.
No.
There aren't any demons about. Oh, it's no use. I won't survive this.
Traveler! Friend! Have you been caught by these pretenders too? Yes, Traveler, yes! You seemed a gentle soul. I tried to share with you the goddess's revelation. I never intended for either of us to meet like this, like criminals. Oh, Traveler, it is a ghastly tale. A terrible tale. I came from my home in Sicil to this realm of the Immaculate. I wanted only to be among my people, to live in a city of the goddess. But I saw terrible things, Traveler. Things I could not fathom that the goddess would command. When my brothers saw my doubts, I was seized and tossed in this cell. Of that I dare not speak, Traveler. I fear what may befall me if I am caught conversing with an outsider on such delicate topics.
It's no use.
And I'll be forever loyal.
You don't look familiar. You aren't from Silverglen, are you? No. With you, I can speak freely. I am a resident of Silverglen. A woman imprisoned for being fool enough to speak against these blasted Immaculates. I couldn't stand by and see my friends and colleagues duped by such an obvious ploy, but no matter now. None can hear me but the rest of the dross. There is no release. There is only slaughter awaiting those unfortunate enough to be chosen. We rail and we plead, but to no avail.
Here, down this cellar of death.
Free me!
Down
Badger me not! These lost ones could make a break for it at any moment. I serve the goddess, and I serve her true. Anything you need to know about me, you can find out in the Book of the Immaculates. What about them? Lost ones, one and all. Their only hope for redemption is to be offered up to the enlightened. No better fate for one of their kind than to become part of a greater soul. Better than they deserve, I say.
It's no use. It's no use. Let us out of here, please. Down this cellar of... I won't survive this damn
Free me and
much
I'll be
longer.
forever loyal to
Cellar of death. Down this cellar of death. Let us out of here, please!
You there, human! Look, I promised not to burst your skull if you help an orc out of this cell. Oh, I'm like a whaling cooking pot in here. Bruthor I'm called. But I doubt anyone but me remembers that now. I've been in there nearly as long as a lifetime. Don't know why they haven't cut my throat like the rest. Maybe they've gone fond of their pets. Oh, I've been here since I was but a wee lad. Truth be told, these walls are just about all I know. But sunlight, there's something even a big oaf like myself couldn't forget. One day, Source Hunter, whether you help me or not, I'll feel sunlight again.
It isn't so terrible, is it?
Damn our jailers! I won't survive this damn much longer. Then what good will I be? Free me! Free me! And I'll be forever loyal. Down this cellar Let us out of here! Please! I won't survive this damp much longer.
Let us out of here! Please!
Let us out of here! Let us out of here! Please! Oh, it's no use! It's no use! And let us out of here! Please!
No glory in this death. Striking it rich!
Terrible, is it?
Let us out of here! Oh, it's
We'll have none of that. You hear?
Cozy, come to think of it.
No, no. At least there aren't any demons about. At least there aren't any of those.
I squeeze victory from your defeat.
No, at least there aren't any demons about. At least there aren't any
Sounds so cozy, come to think of it.
Die, vermin!
I won't survive this damp much longer. Then what good will I be?
No, it's open! I'll do.
Open!
Free me! Let us out of here! Please! Free me! Free me! And blessed be her name! Freedom!
Lock me in there where to stick their enlightenment. Thanks.
Hey, you! Come on! I know you must have some way of getting a big lug like myself from out of this cell. Source.
The higher I throw, the harder the
Stretch your
fall.
limbs after a long stint in a slammer. It's almost as fine as flashing at the skull. Hey, you! Come on! I know you must have some way of getting a big...
A stitch in time, hey, my friends?
Back on my feet again.
Into the fray once more.
Back
Anybody
on my feet
home?
again.
Anybody home? On the net! Anybody home?
As good as a new penny.
Anybody home?
These Immaculates are fantastic. They'd rather exterminate their own kind than mine.
Listen closely, newcomer. You must follow the goddess's way or risk becoming lost yourself.
Resist!
Surrender now!
My enemy will for me!
Eternal silence awaits you!
Oh, what do I care about such nonsense?
On the mend!
Into the fray once more.
Into the fray once more.
I feel better already.
Sweet Crowley. Into the fray once more.
As good as a new penny.
Sweet Rowleaf.
I needed that.
Bless the seven! I am restored!
As good as the new penny.
Into the
Bless
fray once
the
more.
seven! I am restored!
This dimension is a pool where the volcanoes, the ice.
We should get another apprentice. Watch him blast into smithereens.
Eternal silence awaits you.
Into the fray once more. As good as a new penny.
This place is infernal.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
As good as a new penny.
Back on my feet again. I am restored.
Into the fray once more. I've already mastered this material. Back on my feet again.
Bless the seven! I am restored! Stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Bless the seven. I am restored.
Sweet relief.
Striking it rich! Lucky find!
I feel better already.
What is it? I don't have anything in particular worth mentioning.
The water near that human village tastes terrible. Like something rotten.
Where there is weakness, the void plagues. Where there is will, life springs. Tell me, traveler, do you wish to live? And how do you wish to live? A life of long hours spent slowly savoring? Or do you prefer a rapid life? A life of chaos and wild nights? It shall be done, and you shall be granted a boon for your endeavor.
human, just about the size and shape of the one that got away. Must be a gift from the All-Mother herself. I'll wager you've got at least 10 nice full pints of blood in you, human. Ah, that stone will be swollen as a tick. Come on then, nice and quiet. Mangoth's waiting for you.
Did someone leave another door open?
Stay where you are, lost one. Only those of rank among we Immaculates may enter this hallowed ground. Ah, to meet you is my blessing, enlightened one. I apologize for my rough demand, but I shudder to imagine a lost one walking freely among the goddess's grounds. The goddess's guardian salutes you. May her wisdom guide you. The holiest of holies, the ceremony of blood. The great Mangoth presides over the sacrifice and the stones, and his sacred guard keeps the watch. If he hasn't already finished, yes, another bloodstone to exalt our goddess's name, another piece in the puzzle that is her great plan.
Sort of mood. Zappy zappy, if you know what I mean.
once to be absorbed by higher. Our daggers nudge you. What pleasant company. The ever bent on, but only your...
Vile fiend of demons. You're tainted.
Glorious goddess, blessed be your sanctified soul.
I don't want to die.
Allow these lost
I'm
ones to
not
be
ready.
absorbed. Our daggers nudge your world into better.
This madman will see us
What
all.
pleasant company. The Source Hunter, is it? I'd heard tell you'd been stalking across Sicil and into fair Lucula. Ever bent on disrupting the designs of our good goddess and conduit, so the rumors go. Ever eager to prevent the inevitable day of reckoning at hand.
Madmen will see us bled like hogs! Help!
But the blessed goddess has guided you here, Source Hunter. She has delivered you into our hands. And she has deemed you a blemish upon her ever more balanced world.
I don't want to die.
This madman will see us bled like hogs.
Only your death will restore the harmony you have disturbed. Wrung dry upon these stones, you'll serve our cause at last. Struggle if you wish, Source Hunter. Your fate was sealed the moment you dared to stand against the goddess.
Vile fiend of demons. Your tainted blood will drip from this cathedral's every wall.
It's bled like hogs! Help!
This madman will see us bled like hogs. Help!
Stop this lunatic! Your brain opens to welcome you!
I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
So many arrows, so little time.
I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
It's bled like hogs! Help!
This madman will see us bled like hogs. Help!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
I don't want to die. Reggie, please.
eyes on the prize.
I keep hearing so much about. Come to hide another priceless relic, have you? Wonderful!
To see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not?
welcome visitor to this humble library. May the goddess guide thee in thy search for knowledge.
Why, yes, this church is more than a house of worship. It has long been a bastion of the collective knowledge of all of Riverlon, a home for spirit and for learning. Even the good King Brackus in his better days would bless these halls with frequent visits. As I recall, his favorite tomes were those devoted to ancient goblin magic. Though, between us, he also occasionally requests, in somewhat bashful tones, the latest steamy romance. I say, a humble king is such a blessing in these troubled times. Well, I'd be remiss to fancy myself an acquaintance of the good king, but I serve him as best I can, indeed. Have you news of his condition, by the by? It's been so very long since I heard word. Oh, poor king is so beset by troubles. It seems the goddess has sought fit to test him most thoroughly. But our good goddess delivers blessings alongside every trial. She's destined Brackus to face countless troubles, but she gave him a beloved sister to bring him through each one. Cassandra, that dear young woman, I can think of no finer right hand for our king. They're forged by their very souls, you know, tied for all time. Well, I've my duties to attend to, haven't I? As long as the hubbub stays out of the library, I'm content. Hardly a day goes by that there isn't a fine ruckus down there, though. Nonsense. He's only a bit ill, of course. And what with the goddess's foes gaining ground, it's no wonder he's touched by disturbances. And I'll not hear anything to the contrary. Oh, that great heavy thing sets the place in tremors. I always see them fiddling about down there, making it heave back and forth. But if you're asking me exactly how, I can't say. Have a look behind some pillars, maybe. They're always sneaking around behind the pillars, making a racket.
the sound. I think the altar moved.